Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk Business. And as always, I'm glad you're here. And whether you are watching on YouTube, one of our video channels, or maybe you're checking out a podcast, or maybe you're listening to us on the radio, 94.5 The Answer, thanks for tuning in. Our next guest today is Travis Seward. Travis joined us last week on an episode, and we liked him so much we decided we were going to get him back in here. Travis is the Chief of Staff for EVG Media. Travis, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here.
It is good to have you back. So you guys, and I just want to run through this quickly again, because for those of our viewers and or listeners who might not have seen last week's episode, I just want to touch base on this again. EVG Media, you all are a content solutions company, digital solutions company. You do it globally, but you are headquartered right here in Greenville, right?
Absolutely.
Give me that real quick elevator speech.
So we're in downtown Greenville.
Yep.
We were founded in 1999. We have experience in owned websites as well as creating content for a variety of clients, from hospitality to financial to college or assisted living facilities. Our team stationed in the United States and globally, we have an office in the UK. We have about 700 people who work and create content in local language around the world for all those clients.
That is substantial. You know, I know that about you, and every time I hear it, I kind of just shake my head in amazement to think that you've got hundreds and hundreds of people providing content for a variety of companies globally. Impressive stuff. Let's talk about content. Yep. Content comes in many forms. As a matter of fact, what folks are listening to or watching right now is content. Tell us about the types of content we're discussing here.
So with EVG, we do everything from script development for video to social media posts, blog content, long-form journalism, and almost everything in between. We work with our partners to figure out what the story is they need to tell, and we find the right device to do that for them.
You know, I think that content, sponsored content, is a form of marketing that seems to be becoming extremely more popular as some of the traditional advertising and marketing methods from the past begin to fade. Yes?
Yes. So if you're marketing your brand, it starts with relationships. We have personal relationships within our own communities. We have personal relationships with people online. And so it is a matter of taking those relationships and the organic conversation that happens naturally, where you create a piece of content, you tell your story, and people find it online. But with sponsored content, it's really an advertorial. It is a way to get your story told in the tone and voice of a particular publication. And it's typically paid for and clearly identified with the byline or with some sort of sponsored monitor.
Right. Yeah, I've been in the media business my whole life, and I'm well aware of the fact that, you know, we always have to make sure that that sponsored content is flagged in a way that folks know that. But, you know, and I want to dive into this a little bit more. So sponsored content can be many different things. One, it can be setting someone up as a thought leader, right? It could be, here are my services, here are our services, and this is what we provide, and this is what we do. But it can also be, look at what we did, look at what we accomplished, look at this award we won. And sometimes people aren't comfortable doing that, but that's, you should do that, right?
Oh, absolutely. Because when other brands recognize that you are special, whether you have, you know, a unique point of view, or your product is an award-winning product, or you offer a service that's above and beyond, it's totally worth you spending the money to license that, to help broadcast that, to spread the audience. Because what you're doing is you're saying, I know I'm great. These people know we're great. Right. So everybody else should also know that these people think that we are great.
Right. People aren't always comfortable doing that, though.
No, and, you know, we need...
But that's why you all can write it for them, and they don't have to write it about themselves.
Right.
Yes?
So we help them find where to publish it, how to write it. We interview them. We do it in their voice. It's almost like ghostwriting at that point. And we can help you figure out all of those little nuances of how to make a really good piece of content for the market that you're in.
If you've got 700 writers, right, that you contract with in whatever way that that is. I would assume not only do you have folks that write in different languages, as you said, but that you have people who write about themes. They specialized in different types of content,
Absolutely.
right?
So not only are writers local all over the globe, but we have a whole database of people who work with us regularly who are retired lawyers or active lawyers who just want to have the fun of being able to write something besides a brief in their day-to-day business. We have same thing with banking and professionals, and sometimes some of our clients require a certified expertise, and we go out and we build that data, that resource as well.
Yeah. So if you don't have someone on staff that is knowledgeable about something, you just find them.
Yep. And with 700 contributors, they all have other friends.
Of course they do.
So it's really easy for us to leverage our network.
That's a good database to draw from. Travis, good stuff as always. I appreciate you.
Awesome. It's great to be here.
Good. Travis Seward, folks. He is the Chief of Staff at EVG Media, doing business globally, but located here in good old Greenville. Folks, that concludes another episode of Let's Talk Business. That's episode number 2 in the books, and we are so glad that you joined us. Stick around, and if you're watching on YouTube, and check out last week's episode if you wish. But episode number 3 coming up next week, our featured guest speaker will be South Carolina State Treasurer Curtis Loftus. I hope you join us. Thanks.